All right, everybody, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about something Princess is putting out, and that is a Grand Pacific Circle cruise. And that's coming out right after this. Everybody, welcome back to Traveling with Justin. I am Justin, and yes, we will be talking about not a world cruise, because a world cruise you'll go all around the world, like from LA to LA or LA to New York or something like that, okay? And you'll go to lots of different places. But this cruise right here starts in LA, and it will go around the Grand Pacific Circle, all right, and ends back at LA, okay? And so right here is a picture of it. I'll just put the picture right up here, okay? And so it is going to be a grand adventure, 114 days, okay? And so let's go over and let's talk about where you're going to be going on this grand adventure. Okay, so on January the 21st of 2027, you are going to set sail from LA, Los Angeles, California, USA. And then you're going to spend 5 days at sea before you hit Hilo, Hawaii, Kulani, Hawaii, Honolulu, and Kenai, Hawaii. 2 days at sea. And then you're going to be crossing the international date line. So you go from February 2nd to February 4th. February 3rd doesn't even exist. All right? And then you're going to spend 3 more days at sea. And then you're going to hit Apia, Western Samoa. All right, then you have another day at sea. And then you're going to hit Savia, Fiji. And then you're going to go to Darvani Island in Fiji. Then another sea day, where we're going to hit Port Vila, Vanuatu, and Lagunaville, Vanuatu. And then 2 more days at sea. And then we're going to be hitting Rapal, Papua New Guinea. Then another day at sea. And then we're going to be hitting Atolo, the Milne Bay there in Papua New Guinea. Then the Conflict Islands in the Papua New Guinea. And then another sea day. And then we are going to be finally hitting Cairns, Australia, a sea day. And then we're going to go to Arlo Beach, Australia, okay, and another sea day. And then Brisbane, Australia, and then another sea day, Sydney, Australia. And that is on Saturday, February 27th. So we've already been a month, and now we're in Sydney, Australia. And then there's 3 days at sea, and then you'll be hitting Auckland, New Zealand, and then Torrigay, New Zealand, another sea day. And then Christchurch, New Zealand, Doolin, New Zealand. Then here is a cruising day. It is going to go through the Fiordland National Park. It's a scenic cruising day. Then 2 days at sea. And then we're going to hit Mobart, Australia, 2 days at sea. And then we're going to hit Adelaide, Australia, then 3 days at sea. And we're going to be hitting Perth, Australia. And then another 3 days at sea. And then we're going to be hitting the Kimberly coast, the Scenic cruising in Australia. And then another sea day. And then on March 24th, we'll be hitting Darwin, Australia. 2 days at sea. Bali, Indonesia. Then we're going to be going to Lombok, Indonesia. Then 2 days at sea. Then Singapore at sea. And then we're going to hit Phuket, Thailand. And then the next day, Lugana, Malaysia. And then Penang, Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. 2 days at sea. And then Hoshin, um, Ho Chi Minh City there in Vietnam, a sea day. Ha Long Bay there in Vietnam, a sea day. And then Hong Kong is on Tuesday, April the 13th. Hong Kong is an overnight port. So you'll arrive there on April the 13th at 8 a.m. Then April 14th at 9 p.m. is when you leave Hong Kong. So it's an overnight there in Hong Kong. You have a sea day. And then you go to Taipei. And then Ishaka, I can't even pronounce these names. Oh my gosh. Asagaya, Japan, then a sea day. And then Kakasomi, Japan, Kochi, Japan, Okasawa, Japan, then a sea day. And then Mayako, Japan, Korisho, Japan, then 2 sea days. And then we will be crossing the international date line, which means that Thursday, April 29th, is when we cross it. And that's from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And then, of course, you have Thursday, April 29th at sea. And then Friday, April 30th is at sea. May 1st is at sea. That goes clear until May 3rd is at sea. And then May 4th, we are in Anchorage, Alaska. Then you'll be going down a scenic cruising of the College Ford there in Alaska. And then the Hubbard Glacier there in Alaska. Then you're going to be hitting Juneau, Alaska, Sitka, Alaska, and Ketchikan, Alaska, a sea day. And then you'll be hitting Vancouver, Canada. And then you'll have 1, 2, 3 sea days. And then you'll be back into Los Angeles. And that is on Saturday, May the 15th of 2027. And that's 114 days. Now, out of those 114 day trip, okay, let me pull up some facts here, okay? There'll be 48 ports. 1 overnight, that's in Hong Kong. 4 scenic cruising, 58 sea days, and you have several late night stops. That means that they will be leaving until like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. All right, so that is the 114-day trip. Now, I did some research into it, and if you go on this in a balcony room aboard the Coral Princess, yeah, it's on the Coral Princess, I forgot to mention that earlier, it will be $72,000. Yeah, take a look at it right here. I will put it right over here on this other screen right here. Okay, that is 114-day. Okay, so there are a couple different segments you can go on. There's like a ton of different segments you can go on. But the Fort Lauderdale, you can leave from Fort Lauderdale on January the 6th of 2027. And you can go and hit South America, Central America as you go through the Panama Canal, up Mexico until you hit LA. Or you can go from LA to Vancouver, that's 110 days. All right, so yeah, there's a lot of different segments. Like there is a 36-day segment from Los Angeles over to Sydney, Australia. And then there's a 40-day Hawaii South Pacific crossing, at least from LA, that goes to New Zealand. A 68 that goes to Singapore. And that's just from LA. So you can get on at Honolulu, you can get on at Sydney, you can get on at New Zealand. You can get on at Singapore, you can get on at different places there for this world cruise. Okay. So if you do the full entire 129, 114, or 110-day cruise, you will get a Princess Premier bundle that's included. That is the free Princess Easy Air, free transfers, and up to $3,000 onboard credit, depending on the stateroom, of course. That's all on if you do the 129, 114, or the 110-day cruise. Okay, so let me break down something for you. Okay, so we've got 4-day coastal cruise from Vancouver to LA, 10-day from Japan and Taiwan, Hong Kong to Tokyo, 13 days from Singapore to Hong Kong, 15 days the Panama Canal, ocean to ocean, that's from Fort Lauderdale to Los Angeles. 19 days is from Tokyo to Vancouver. The 23 days is Fort Lauderdale to Honolulu. 23 is Singapore to Tokyo. 23 days is from Tokyo to Los Angeles. 28 days is Honolulu to Sydney. 28 days is Auckland, New Zealand to Singapore. The 32 days is Australia, which is Sydney to Singapore. Hawaii, this is 36 day. Los Angeles to Sydney. The 40 day is, we already talked about that, Los Angeles to Auckland. 46 days is Singapore to Los Angeles. And 68 days is Los Angeles to Singapore. So you can bring it up into whatever you want to break it up into. So my question is, would you do this? Would you do this cruise? Okay? And 58 sea days. Could you handle 58 sea days? I mean, they're not all at once. The longest we have is 5 sea days, and that a couple times. Could you guys handle that? I mean, I could handle it. I mean, yeah, the Coral Princess is one of the smallest ships and one of the oldest ships in the fleet. But the question I have is, would you guys be willing to do this? Would you be like going, heck yes, Justin, I would be willing to do this. Now, if I had money, well, I have to have a job first. I haven't had a job for a year. But if I had money, I would be doing this cruise. I would probably even break it up and just do 36 days or 40 days from LA to either Sydney or Auckland. And then maybe go back in a month or so and go from like Tokyo over to Vancouver. I don't know. If I had the money. I mean, this would be really super good. But my question is, this 110-day cruise, or 114-day cruise, sorry, from LA to LA, you'll be going around the Pacific. And that is an amazing in itself. The Ring of Fire, that's what the Pacific is called. All right, so yeah, the Ring of Fire. It's called the Ring of Fire because there's like volcanoes all around there. But that is what Princess is offering in 2027, in January. Now, I would love to do this. I don't know, I mean, right now I don't have a job, and so that'd be perfect for me to do it, but I don't have any money to do it. But that's beside the point, okay? My wife, on the other hand, probably couldn't do 114 days on a cruise ship. That would drive her crazy. I don't know. Maybe it would. I don't know. I would have to find out. But it looks like an amazing adventure. Just going to all these different places. If you go from Fort Lauderdale over to clear to Los Angeles, do the 129 days, okay? Let me pull that up here. Okay, this is according to Princess right here, okay? 129 days is 35K nautical miles, 61 ports of call, 20 countries, 3 continents, and 9 extended port stays, okay? But the 3 continents, they don't include, so if you're going from Panama to LA, you hit Cartagena, Colombia, South America, and then you go through the Panama Canal, that's Central America, and then you have a couple different stops going up. So actually you're hitting two more continents, I guess, South America and Central America. But yeah, that would be an exciting cruise. Now, the food, I don't know if you would get tired of the food. I mean, you have the Premier, so you have unlimited specialty, unlimited casual, and you have, of course, main dining and stuff like that. So would you get tired of the food? I don't know. I mean, the entertainment would have to be spectacular, but they'd probably be doing over and over, entertainment. So I don't know, but it would be amazing. So let me ask you a question. If you can put something down in the comments, would you do this cruise? Hit yes or no. And if you would do the cruise, would you get bored after so many days? Put that down in the comment. And if you hit yes, what days until you get bored? How many days until you get bored? That is what I want to know. So yeah, hit down in the comments. Put down your comments. I'll leave in the first comment. I'll leave the questions I'm going to ask. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of a cool cruise. It doesn't go all around the world, you know, up and around and goes to everywhere like Europe and stuff like that. This just does the Grand Pacific Circle. But that would be kind of amazing. I would think it'd be kind of amazing to do that. 114 days from January the 21st to May 15th of 2027. That is a lot of time. It's a whole month of February, March, and April. Half of May and half of January. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a long time. But anyway, that's beside the point. So, are you excited for this cruise? I mean, I would be if I could go on it. But that is it for this video. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. Hit subscribe and that bell notification so you know when I put out more videos. All right, guys, until the next one, I will see you later. Bye.